Hey guys, it's Megan, one of the sea turtle interns from summer 2021. I'm really excited to show you guys behind the scenes look of my summer, so stay tuned and you guys can see a little bit of what I did for the past 4 months. To start off, I wanted to give you a look into my daily work routine on Dewey's. In the morning, I always went into Lori's office to find out if she needed any additional tasks completed that day beyond the typical tasks we do each week. Some of those typical tasks included basking the turtles from the nature center, cleaning the tanks, feeding the animals, removing invasive species, shorebird stewarding, water quality testing, weekly educational programs, walking the beach to survey for turtles, and put up or take down shorebird signs on the beach. These were the tasks we typically knew we had to do each week without fail. Some additional tasks we completed throughout the summer were shorebird and alligator surveys, where we would count the amount of shorebirds and alligators on the island. We also would raise and lower the rice trunk water structures in order to maintain balance between the impoundment and inlet. In addition to all these tasks, we had the opportunity to go kayaking to Capers Island to help Abby put up one of her trail cameras, and we got to canoe through the impoundment in order to remove some invasives that were in the center of the impoundment. I thought it would be really fun to show you guys a few pictures associated with some of my favorite memories from Dewey's. First off, I loved basking the turtles in the nature center, giving them a little bit of some normal turtle life for a couple minutes each day. Taking a book out to Big Bend Dock that was right outside of our housing was also a favorite part of my summer. It was super fun to watch the dolphins swim through the creek as well. For 3, I loved my education programs. My most successful program was Trash to Treasure. It was an opportunity for community members to come by and turn things we typically throw in the trash into art or reusable items. In this photo, this was a program where we took plastic water bottles and turned them into flowers that you can stick into flower pots or into window frames. Another program was candle making, where we turned old jars into candles with recycled wax. Some more fun programs included Movie Mondays, where we sat together and watched a film that focused on environmental messages. Mammals in the Morning was an opportunity for community members to have an open discussion about the island's animals over coffee by the beach. In picture 4, making new friends with the fellow interns and all the other residents on the island. I loved getting to know Laura and Abby. It was quite a blast to find out we all had a lot more in common than just our work schedule. And the residents were truly the greatest part about this summer. Finding so many families that were willing to be able to be your home away from home is something I will cherish forever. I can't wait to come back and visit my new friends and family. Now on to Cape Romaine. While I was at Cape, I lived in a double-wide trailer outside of Bulls Island Ferry Landing. This location was premium because I was able to roll out of bed at 5:30 in the morning to get to work at 5:45. It was super duper nice. In the morning, we packed up the water jugs and boxes containing our data books and genetic sample vials into the boats. Then we drove up to Garris Landing in McClellanville, South Carolina to launch our boats. Our boats went to 2 different islands, Lighthouse Island and North Cape Island. Kermit was the green, bouncy boat was the one that interns typically were stationed on. We would take Kermit up to Lighthouse and assist our biologists in anchoring and unloading equipment. We then load up the ATVs and head up to the beach, where we start our patrol on the South Beach, then to North Beach. Along the way, we are looking for turtle tracks, caging nests that we believe are in a good location to not get washed over by high tides or be destroyed by a shrinking scarp. We pull nests that we believe are not in a good location and put them into buckets to place them on the trailer to be relocated later that day. At the end of our day, after counting all false crawls, marking the GPS coordinates of all nests, counting the eggs, and taking a genetic sample from each nest, we take all the buckets of eggs and relocate them into one large rollout. This helps reduce the number of cages we need to make by allowing us to roll out 15 to 20 feet of cage flat on top of the ground and put each nest side by side. We dig chambers into the sand as the mama turtle would have, and we mark each nest. After that, we unload the ATV, pack the boats back up, and head back to Garris, then back to the shop in Awanda. Once back at the shop, we transferred our data into several different books so that we can load the information up onto seaturtle.org. This video I have here is courtesy of one of my supervisors, Abby King at U.S. Fish and Wildlife. I think it really does a good job of summing up a bit of what the day was like. Some of the really great memories I made at Cape included looking for tracks. Obviously, you can tell a lot about a turtle just by its track. You can tell what type of turtle, how big the turtle was, if the turtle was deformed in any way, and what direction the turtle came in and out from. This is how we reduce the amount of time spent at a nest by reading the direction she entered and determining where her cloaca was to help pinpoint an exact location in the body pit rather than probing the entire nest at random. Next, pulling sea turtle eggs is sort of an art form. The better you get at it, the more efficiently you begin to pull nests. For all relocated nests, we count the number of eggs being pulled out. We typically count in groups of 10 and keep track of each group of 10 with a single dot in the sand. Very scientific, I know, but it helps when you think you're on 100, but there are actually 11 dots in the sand. Now you know you're 10 off. The crew for Turtle Team was the absolute best. This is a picture of us having an end of the year dinner. Billy, Sarah, and Jerry were some of the best bosses someone could ask for. They're filled with so many stories and have so much experience that it was an honor to have them as a mentor this summer. The fellow interns come from other organizations around Charleston, and it was super cool getting to know them and where they came from. And last, this is a video of my first hatchling. Being in the field of environmental science, I always knew it didn't matter to me what I was conserving, as long as I was conserving and preserving some species that needs my help. It was hard to give this particular internship a true understanding of what I was doing until I saw my first hatchling. Up until this point, everything felt kind of like, I know I'm doing something good, but why? Seeing a little hatchling really brings the whole experience full circle. It definitely really helps you realize that, hey, this is pretty big. This is a pretty important, and I am doing something magical here. This was a little hatchling, and this was that moment for me. And then here's a series of a couple fun videos I took throughout the summer. My favorite part of the whole summer was the wildlife. In college, I didn't get to take wildlife classes or anything like that, so this was a pretty special experience for me to truly get out and see what the hubbub was about when it came to wanting to interact with wildlife so much. I always knew it was going to be a major part of my job, but man, I did not expect it to be the thing I wanted to focus on. I wanted to share some pretty cool wildlife videos I caught this summer as well. The first video was a bonnethead shark I saw every morning on Turtle Patrol. I knew he'd be out there every morning, and I'd stand there watching him for a little while. It was super cool to observe. The next video is what we referred to as Big Papa. Now, the interns had no idea if he was male or female, but it was so big that one day someone says, "Oh my gosh, it's Big Papa," and the name just stuck. We also don't know if this is the same alligator as the original Big Papa, but the joke will continue. Last, the first bird Lori pointed out to me on my first day, the rosy spoonbills. I learned a lot about birds that I never thought I'd learn, and I was so excited to leave with so much new information on birds that I had not expected to. Now it's time to fare thee well. I cannot be more thankful and appreciative of the hospitality and love this island community gave me over the past 4 months. Not seeing my family for 4 whole months was hard, especially when this is the only time of year I get to spend with them. I'm so lucky to have been a part of so many families and so many dinner tables this summer, and I cannot wait to see you all again sometime soon. Goodbyes are hard, so instead of saying goodbye, I left some photos of the reasons I'll be back. The beautiful sunsets and the 2 shark teeth I found at Ancient Dunes and Osprey Walk this summer. They say it can't be done, but I did it twice, so get out there and look for some shark teeth. And then there's me on the boat at Cape Romaine on my last day, giving you all a thumbs up for how great my summer was. Thanks again for everything, and I'll see you all again so soon.